Nature, carelessly observed, seems to have given brute strength, greed, and capacity for shedding weaker animals' blood an incomparable advantage. But notice the following simple facts that few have thought about. There are more lambs in the world than lions. This is not an accident. Nature is not a blind, blundering thing. Nature is God at work, and God neither wastes material nor does he blunder in his building. Does it not strike you as a strange thing that in the melting pot of nature's primal forces, the lion had not eaten up the lamb before man appeared upon the scene? The lamb has literally whipped the lion in the struggle for existence. Nor is it man's siding with the lamb against the lion that explains the result. In all probability, man began his career of slaughter by killing the docile first. It is certain that he kills more lambs than lions. It is not man, but nature that pronounces condemnation of lions' kin. Reflect a moment and you will see that nature cannot give distinctive strength in opposite directions to the same animal. The lion is a great fighter, but a slow breeder. All the strength of his fine body goes to fighting form. Having young is detrimental and becomes the incident of his life. The lamb, on the other hand, is not a fighter, and therefore is weak. The lamb spends no energy in fighting and accordingly is a better breeder. Nature acknowledges that in creating the lion, she made a mistake. She is correcting that mistake. The lion and all other animals whose instinct is to kill are disappearing. There are no expectations to this sentence of extinction pronounced by nature's immutable law against all beings of the preying kind. Nature rules according to an eternal equity, and, by the very law of the universe, the fighter fights a losing battle, always has and always will, whether he be the animal or the animal man, in the forest or in the city, now and forever. The lion loses. He loses when he wins. He dies when he kills. He is by the very nature of things eating his own kind when he rends the warm flesh of the lamb he tore from the flock. When the first lion struck his prey with his mighty paw and growled through his bloody chops the delight he felt, he was singing not the death of the helpless that he was eating, but the funeral hymn of his own kind. Savagery is a poor rallying point. Lions do not herd. Bears do not go in flocks. Savages among men form small groups and fight each other. Wildness turns on its own kind among beasts or men and is a source of weakness. In the analogy of things, wild beasts must go. No great soldier ever really conquered anything. His victories are illusions. Soldiers' empires, if they rest on nothing more substantial than the sword, swiftly fall to pieces. In the end, the soldiers must repudiate force and resort to justice and reason, or their empires crumble. The beast of prey, whether he is brute or human, is solitary, hopeless, and helpless, irrevocably doomed, for gentleness is the real strength. Gentleness is the lion, with all of the lion's attributes, except the taste for blood, and slowly all life is coming beneath its all-conquering rule. Man is made or unmade by himself. In the armory of thought, he forges the weapons by which he destroys himself. He also fashions the tools with which he builds for himself heavenly mansions of joy, strength, and peace. By the right choice and true application of thought, man ascends to the divine perfection. By the abuse and wrong application of thought, he descends below the level of the beast. Between these two extremes are all of the grades of character, and man is their maker and master.